Hi, this is DL, and this is part 2 of Shamanic Voice Work, the breath exercise called Topping Off. And I just want to say a little more about that exercise and also give you a chance to practice it in 3 breaths. So, first of all, there's a certain edge that you reach when you're holding the breath and you take in a little more air. It puts us at a um, at our edge. It puts us at our edge of comfort and our edge of repression and our edge of control. And by holding the breath for as long as we can without getting too uncomfortable, what we are able to do is leap off that edge. And after a practice of the breathing like that, it's incorporated into the shamanic voice work so that we're starting to bring in the voice. But before we'll do that in another video. But for this one, what I'd like you to do is just go ahead and try 3 breaths, and I'm going to do them with you. Now the thing is, your breath and how long you hold it might be different than how long I'm able to hold mine. So we might not be together on this, but you're just going to do 3 breaths and you'll get the hang of it. And I will be, obviously I'll be holding my breath, so I won't be talking through, but I will give you an opportunity on the second and third breaths to hear me talking you through it. Again, your timing might be slightly different than my timing as I'm guiding you through it. Just follow your authentic breath. Okay. So the first thing we do is exhale all the breath out of our lungs, and then inhale. So one thing I do want to bring up is that the length that you're able to hold the breath will change from session to session, and also within a session will generally, but not always, increase over time. So that's something else to just notice. And just as a reminder, as I was holding my breath, I was feeling for subtle sensations and changes in the body with the breath held, and where that breath, the energy of the breath, was moving in the body. Okay, so now I'm going to give you a chance to go ahead and try that, and I'll talk you through it so you can get 3 practice breaths in during this video time. So again, exhaling all of the breath in your lungs. And when you're ready, taking in a nice, even, deep breath, allowing full expansion of the rib cage, full expansion of the chest. And when you get to the top, taking in a little more air and holding. Holding that breath, letting it shift and drop. There is sometimes a sensation of the breath dropping into the body. And just feel that. And pay attention to what it feels like even just to hold the breath. Any emotions that come up, any physical sensations, panic sometimes will come up. And then when you're ready, go ahead and release the breath. And just feel that incredible relief of letting go and preparing yourself for the next inhalation. And so together we'll do one more breath. So exhaling all the air out of your lungs. And then breathing in nice deep and holding it at the top and taking in a little more. Now, if your eyes weren't closed, what you might have noticed is when I was inhaling and then I took the extra little breath, that my shoulders rose a little bit and they dropped as I settled into the breath. So you might notice little things like that. It was interesting because this time I actually got a little dizzy holding the breath, um, and that can happen too. You always should be very aware of what your body needs, and if you need to let go of a breath before you would normally let go, that's fine, absolutely fine. If you need to rest in between a series of breaths, that's fine too. The most important thing is, of course, to honor your own body and to be loyal to it. So that concludes Shamanic Voice Work, topping off 2. And next time we'll get into some sounding with the breath. Take care.